Hello, I'm DJL. Welcome along. Thought I'd do something a little bit different today. I'm going to play a little bit of City Skylines. It's not a new game, but it is new to me. I've not had it long. This is the second scenario that I've started playing. To be honest, the main reason for recording this is a test. For whatever reason, OBS lost all my settings. And then it stopped working completely. I don't know why. It stopped recognising my webcam. I've had to switch to a different webcam. So this is mainly just a test to make sure that OBS is working correctly. Make sure that the volume and the picture quality is okay. I didn't check the output settings on OBS. I should probably do that. Bear with me. Yeah, so this thing, it's like a Twitter feed basically. And it tells you everything that's right and wrong with your city. And yeah, I just close everything. So, this is Portmont. It's early days for this town. Oh, there's a building on fire. Oops. Fire engine outside, good. Yeah, so this is, at the moment there's only one tile big. You've got expansion tiles down here. That's interesting, they've done nothing but complain about the field so far. Yeah, so we've got two motorway entrances, and I've got two bits of town completely unconnected at the moment. They're connected to power and water only, no road connections. The two bits of motorway are not connected as far as I can see. So that's interesting. So how people get from one side to the other, I don't know. But they don't seem to be complaining about it. And bridges are expensive, so yeah, so that's the way it is at the moment. I've got my farms over here. See? In the previous scenario I didn't figure out how to do specialisations. But I looked it up and it's actually really easy. So yeah, you just, if you don't know, you've got to go to the district tool. You make your district and then you click this button. Choose a specialisation and just apply it to your district. It's fairly straightforward. Need more industry. The zoning here is here, an industry like so. Make sure I've got enough power, just about. And I need some more very shortly. Water's fine, just extend the pipes a bit. Good. And we should get more farms. This is my general industry area. Well, I've got two. I've got one here and one here. You'll notice I've left a gap so I can extend the motorway. One of the mistakes I made in the first scenario was traffic was a major problem. So this time I've been careful to make sure there's enough room to extend the motorway out and build junctions at regular intervals. So I've got the same both sides, and then obviously at some point I'll connect the motorway across. I may well make it that the motorway is the only connection across the river, or at least the first connection. Yeah, so little Portmont here, which is entirely residential. Maybe a little bit of commercial. Yeah, just down the bottom here. But almost entirely residential. Got the original Portmont town here. It's the first bit I built. Industry here as well. I do have police buildings, I just don't have a headquarters, which is a bigger building. Similar design over here. You've got New Portmont, which is off to the left. And the farms are there on the right. Is that music a bit loud? Probably. Turn the music down a bit. Both for me and for you. I suspect that's a little bit overpowering. Hopefully that's better. Again, I've got fire services, just haven't got the fire station, which is a bigger building. Yeah, so there's not much happening at the moment. We'll speed the game up. As I said, it's early days for this town, so... all of my power generation so far is wind. Got 3 windmills here, 4 over here, plus 3 in the river. These are more efficient, but I didn't use them in my first scenario because they have to go in the water, and there was no wind in the water. But on this one, excuse me, there's loads of wind in the water, so that's good. Looks like they want more residential now. So we could extend Little Portmont again, or yeah, let's do that. Let's extend it close to the river. I don't want to go all the way to the river, because as soon as I can, I want to build a dam. I'm worried about flooding my residence, so I won't go all the way to the river. I'm probably going to need more power. There's 2 ways to increase your power. You can obviously build more power plants, or you can simply increase the budget. That's what I'm going to do this time. More commercial needed as well. More industry, which I'm going to do in the form of farms. Because why wouldn't you? Yeah, this is what I got before. They don't like farms. Seems like some people like farms and other people don't. A bit strange, but there you go. Oops, that wasn't what I meant to do. Straight roads are a lot more efficient for space. If you've ever played SimCity, you'll know that. I chose farms on the basis that it should be relatively low pollution. Careful not to leave the agricultural land area. I know there's loads of room yet. I deliberately pre-assigned the district to have the whole fertile land area. Although I think I might have gone a bit far on this side. Let's have a look. Natural resources. No, that's probably fine. Rein it in just a little bit. So that way I can see at a glance how far I can go in agriculture. Might as well put all the roads in now. There we go. Yeah, that pretty much covers it, I think. Oops, wrong button. Okay. That's pretty low demand for everything at the moment, so... Oh, do we need more water? No, I just need to extend the pipes. You leave the residents without water for too long, they start complaining. Not unreasonably. So let's super speed it until we get some action. What I didn't do was check the school's situation. It's okay. Good. Build a high school over here somewhere. Not sure where I'm going to put it, that's the only thing. Put it all the way over there, but that's nowhere near the residential then. A bit daft. So I think what I'll have to do is build a road across here. Oh yeah, you have day-night cycles, which makes for some pretty impressive views. You can turn it off, which makes it easier to build things, but I kind of like the impressive view. It does look good. Makes it difficult to see what the heck you're doing, that's the only thing. Alright, let's pop that in here. Yeah, the chirper can get a bit annoying, actually. When it's just the everyday rubbish that's always the same. I don't need to know that. What I need to know is when things aren't working. I kind of feel like there should be less nonsense in the chirper feed. Be useful. And I did look in the options to see if you could turn off the uninteresting messages, but I couldn't find a way to do that. But there you go. So after that night has finished, it looks like got demand for things again. More farms. I'll load it all up. Doesn't cost anything to actually zone things in this game, unlike in SimCity. I've never understood why would it cost anything to zone. But there you go. Let's finish this road off. And put some more commercial in down here. So pretty soon I'm going to have to expand. Running out of space now. Which is no bad thing. I need to decide which direction to expand in. So there's loads of land for building there. A lot of trees here which I could use for specialised industry. Trees over here, it's quite hilly there though. Again, lots of land. Access to the river I've now polluted. And motorway connection. This could be a good one, I think. Let's see. Lots of fertile land, not many trees. No, I think I might go this way actually. Of the trees, although any. This one's a bit cheaper. Which one's flatter? Both pretty flat, I think. Yeah. For most things, the hills aren't a problem. It's just when you want to build big buildings like schools and things. Sometimes it can be a bit more restrictive as to where you can actually put things. I've got 86,000, which is more than I expected to have. Maybe soon I should build that motorway connection through the middle. The other advantage to expanding this way would be that I can do this junction properly. Because at the moment there's not going to be nearly enough room to install the junction. Which I could fix by putting a bridge here instead, of course, but to be honest, it's probably not that big a deal at the moment. The traffic's pretty light. Probably just use this one, it's fine. I'll probably have the same problem here, although this road's a little bit further away. Because I realised the mistake I'd made in Portmont, so I didn't make it again when I did new Portmont. But I think it's probably too close still. But to be honest, that bit of land probably not that appealing at the moment. I also need to think about which way the ocean is. So the ocean is that way, judging by the flow of the river. Probably should go that way for that reason. Because later in the game, access to the ocean is important. I've discovered. How's your rubbish not been collected? 96% full, blimey. Take long. Oh, I forgot to make a note of what year the game starts. Oh well. Wouldn't surprise me actually if it starts on whatever the current date is. That would be quite neat. Low land value is not really surprising. Oh no, it's 6, sorry. So it's not really surprising given they live right next to the dump. I've got medical centres. And it's just because of the pollution. Not a whole lot I can do about it, I don't think. Other than obviously remove the pollution. Which later in the game I can do, because I can convert it to offices or something. But at the moment I don't have this capability. I think it's time for some more roads. And maybe I can just use this area actually. I'm not sure what the residents will think about being close to the farms. There's only one way to find out. Let's try it. I know they don't like being close to the general industry because of the pollution. To be honest, early on in the game you don't have much choice. Really hard to see those grid lines on that ground. Yes, it's a bit hilly there, I guess. Is that why that's not... Seems perfectly flat to me. Strange. Didn't that zone up? How bizarre. Got different types of roads. Obviously normal streets with trees, one-way roads, and also dirt roads, and the different types have different widths. So I used the dirt road there to give me just that little bit extra zoning capacity. I could probably downgrade that one. Not doing anything. I think it gives you just that little bit extra space. Well, actually, that doesn't seem to have done anything. Never mind, I've done it now. Right, more residential required. I'm going to leave a gap between the industry and the residential. I'll fill that with commercial. Doesn't seem to be any pollution coming from the farm, which is good. See, pretty heavy pollution from the industry there. Polluted the river with icky stuff. You don't need me to tell you what icky stuff. Empty a room in the cemetery. is the landfill? There it is. 52%, that's fine for now. So later in the game, actually pretty soon by the looks of it, you can build an incinerator, which means you need less landfill. Low on power. Right, let's build one of these. Ah, yeah, see that one's full up now, landfill. No point in trying to empty it just yet. Having built another windmill, I should have... I was going to say I should have plenty of power, but surprisingly no. Interesting. Looks like I'm low on water as well. Oh no, I just haven't... Oops, I missed a bit. Oh, one just shut off. You can probably hear me a bit better now. Right, I've reached a milestone, which means I get a whole load of stuff. So that's good. I can expand further if I had already expanded and used all the expansions, which I haven't. Education, but so these are the various policies you can apply. You can apply different policies to different districts, which is nice. Got new types of zoning. I can build offices now, and I can build the incinerator, and come in handy. But I won't build it just yet. Costs money. Water need. Where's the budget for now? Cheaper than building thingies. Oh, look at that. What a glorious view. Have a good sunset. You've seen an aeroplane. So yeah, so that's City Skylines. I think there's much else to show you on this at the moment. Might come back to this later when it's a thriving metropolis. I'm not going to record my entire building of this city because, to be honest, boring. For you, the observer, that is. It's not like other games where there's always something to talk about. This one's plenty to do, but not much fun to watch, I think. Interesting to do it. So if you like what you've seen, go get the game. I got it in a Steam sale. It had been on my wish list for a long time, but I didn't want to pay full price for it. But actually, having seen it, it's pretty good. Maybe I wouldn't quite pay full price, but I would certainly pay half price for it. I got it really cheap, luckily. It was just pure luck it came up in the Steam sale. I thought, yep, I'm having that. So yeah, if you like what you've seen, get the game. Have a go. It's much more interesting than watching me play it. What is that? Not enough customers. I've never seen that one before. Interesting. Well, you've got plenty of residential near you, so... And why? It's a building on fire. I like clicking on the vehicles and following them. See where you go. And there's the fire station. Yeah, as I was saying, go get the game, go play it, and we'll come back to this when this is a thriving metropolis, and do another video. Probably, maybe not. See. But as I said at the beginning, the main point of me recording this was actually just to check that OBS is working correctly and all the quality and everything. So anyway, for now, goodbye.